everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're going to be taking a first look at a brand new DLC which has come out for Panzer Corps II, the newest in the Panzer Corps series, published by Slytherin and Matrix Games. The new DLC is Axis Operations 1942, and this is a series of battles sort of added on to the game. There are 15 to 17 scenarios in this particular battle. They all, or in this particular DLC, they all take place in 1942, and it looks, I'm guessing, like they're on the Eastern Front. At least it starts on the Eastern Front with the Soviet counteroffensive winter of 1942 after the failure of Barbarossa. Before we jump in here real quick, one thing did want to let you guys know, Panzer Corps II is currently on sale. It's, I believe, 40% off. I believe Panzer Corps I is like 80% off, and the DLCs all have varying sale amounts. But that's because it's the 10th anniversary of Panzer Corps I coming out, and sort of the remastered version, or remastered is the wrong word, but like the modernized sort of approach to the Panzer General series, which was an SSI game back in the 1990s, sort of this classic turn-based, hex-based war game that really set a lot of these kind of games into motion. And Panzer Corps I came out 10 years ago, and so they're celebrating that release with a sale for Panzer Corps I and Panzer Corps II. If you are interested in picking the game up, there's a link in the description to my Nexus GG page. Nexus GG is an officially affiliated storefront where publishers sign agreements with them, and you can buy a game through Nexus GG, but if you purchase it through my store, I get a small percentage of the sale. You get a Steam key, so it's basically just as if you bought it through Steam, so you help the channel out. You get the same price as what the sale is currently on Steam. I double checked that. And everybody wins. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description. If not, no worries. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in here. You can see Axis Operations 1942. Operation Barbarossa has ended in a strategic failure. The Soviet Union has not been knocked out of the war. Exhausted German forces are now facing the threat of a Soviet winter counteroffensive that must be stopped before new operations to bring the USSR to yield can possibly begin. We're going to play on the normal difficulty, experience cap of 5 stars, 15 to 17 scenarios, all in 1942. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is my first look. I have not played Panzer Corps II in a while, actually. We used to play it a lot on the channel, but we've been busy with other things, and so I haven't looked at Panzer Corps II in a while. Definitely haven't looked at this DLC, but they sent me the key a couple of days ago, so I figured, hey, with the sale going on right now, I'd go ahead and take a look at it and see what's going on. Okay, so we have, it looks like we start with one hero, or at least one hero. It is Volkhart Klautz. He's a rapid fire ×2. That means that you get twice as many shots as normal, consistently dealing twice as much damage for any unit you assign him to, and strikes first when defending. That could be useful. We also have a scavenger and low profile, Marcus von Rutnall. Okay. And then we have an artillery support, anti-tank support, and a famous individual, Siegfried von Bonda, Reinhard Herzgod, Wolfgang Schneider, Ludwig Mitt. Oh my god, we've got a lot of freaking heroes. Now, I believe I haven't played a lot of these, like 1943, 40, 41, 42 DLC add-ons to the game, but I believe those campaigns link. So if you play through one, then you bring your core units through to the next, I believe. The base game does play all the way through, like from, you know, basically 1939 to the conclusion of the war. So a lot of this stuff is covered in the base game, but what these DLCs do, like what the Axis Operations DLCs do, is they add a lot of additional scenarios. So they're just basically scenario packs with new campaigns that allow you to fight through different parts of the war in a lot more detail. So like the original grand campaign might have been 25 to 30 scenarios that cover everything from 39 to like 45, whereas the grand campaigns are like 15 scenarios per year, or sorry, the Axis Operations are like 15 scenarios per year, so you get a lot more content over the same period of time. So there's a lot more detailed scenarios, a lot more sort of micro scenarios than in the base game. Okay, I'm just going to kind of jump through all this. So we have to pick our strengths. We'll go ahead and have our general's name be the Butcher, since you guys all like to call me that. I don't really care. We'll just do a blank shadow. I'll be a Panzer General. All tank units take less core slots. And do I have a weakness? It'll give me an option to have more. Actually, do I want to be at? We're going to be on the defensive, at least initially. Okay. Just trying to see what I would want to. I'd rather actually get more experience. I don't really like a lot of these options. Oh, I can scroll down a little bit. Old guard. Yeah, actually, I'll take that. We'll get dead units are reformed with 1 point of strength and halved experience. Yeah, free reformed units that were killed for sure. And then encircled enemy units take twice as many casualties. That seems like a great option. We could also go with operational initiative or deep recon. I like the idea of recon. I don't want to take any negative traits. I can get more points to assign to my positive traits if I accept negative traits, but I'm just going to not do that. All right, so we're looking at the first scenario. I hate to rush you, but we're in serious trouble. Our position around Rejev are under attack, and our outer perimeter forces have already been cut off and encircled. Primary objective, hold Rejev at the end of the battle. Bonus objective, destroy 9 northern encircling Soviet units. So basically we have to hold Rejev and destroy a bunch of other Soviet units. We can also destroy 8 western encircling Soviet units for bonus, or 8 southern. So bonus objectives, inflict casualties on the enemy. Primary objective, hold Rejev. Okay. Any units we deploy to our existing patrols are in urgent need of rescue. You'll have to work with what forces we have at Rejev to free our trapped patrols from their encirclement. I don't think we can afford to leave our base at Rejev undefended, although probing attacks from Kiln are already testing our defenses. High Command has demanded we maintain control of our position. They don't want to yield ground so close to Moscow. As a final warning, I would caution you against reserving any of our forces, though. If the Soviets had been content to just pin our units this far, it can only mean a major attack is coming and we'll need every unit at our disposal to fight back. Alright, so I don't honestly understand a ton of what's going on here. So you can see right now we have 102 of 102 core slots, so we're using everything. There's no free core slots. I think everything's already deployed on the map. Yeah, everything is deployed. I don't see anything not deployed. We do have some bunkers. We've got some aircraft. Tactical bombers, fighters, strategic bombers. Is the weird paint coloring on the wings, is that real? Did they really do that? But you can see here we've got several strong point bunkers. We've got some anti-air units, artillery, anti-tank, etc. I don't think I can redeploy any of my troops based on what I heard. These northern troops are cut off. You can see there's Soviet troops to the south. Saw some Valentines, so some Lend-Lease equipment. And then, yeah. Okay. So the question is, for the main objective is just to hold Rejev at the end of the battle. Bonus objectives all come for destroying enemy units. So there's no point in really doing anything with deployments because everything's already deployed. Looks like we get to go first. So the question is, what do we do? Really, do I want to hold these guys in the defensive? I don't want to necessarily move them because they'll lose their entrenchment bonuses. These second Fallschirmjägers don't have any entrenchment bonuses. There's enemy artillery here, which is presumably vulnerable. There's some strong points. Everybody's starting off with full hit points, if you will. I do have some armor here. It looks like they can't move. Looks like they don't have any fuel, so they're stationary. These guys don't have any ammo either. Well, shit. 0 out of 4 ammo? And I don't have an option to resupply them. So what's the point in moving them if I... Okay. I don't know if they'll draw any supply. I mean, they are surrounded, so I don't know if they'll draw any supply between turns. I don't want to weaken Rizhev too much, but I would like to try and drive west to liberate them. So let's do this. Let's take one of our Panzer IV units here. Actually, let's do this first. Let's take our BF 109. We're going to fly it west. Just to see what the enemy has in store for us out this way. So here's Soviet forces west. I don't see any imminent attacks to the east or to the south of Rizhev at the moment. Maybe down here, but... all of these surrounded units, by the way, no supplies, no ammo. Troops in the north? Did any of these German troops, these guys, these have ammo at this strong point. So, I don't know how we draw supply unless Rizhev is just the point at which the supplies come through, I guess. Maybe along this railway? But yeah, like all these guys, no supply. So I'd rather just leave them in position. But what I think I will do is try and hit this western force and maybe link up with these troops near Boborovka. So we'll go ahead and fly our Stukas out here to hit this T-26, I think, is what we'll go with. Ah, click the wrong button. These guys have 3 experience points, by the way. Alright, so they destroyed that armored unit. I didn't actually deploy any of my heroes now, did I? Oh, let's see here. Oops. Can I... Right, this is another 109, right? Do we have... Where are other tactical bombers over here? So the 110s. Do we have another 10 or 87, Ju-87? I thought we had 2. They've got the red wingtips out here. They are. Alright, can I assign heroes here? Oh wait, they already have. So I guess the hero's auto-assigned? I think. I'll have to go and double check a unit that doesn't have a hero, but we're gonna have him go bomb this enemy artillery. Or actually, we'll go with the anti-tank guns. Just because I'm planning on moving those Panzer IVs west. Bring these BF 110s up here to see if they can finish off these anti-tank guns. They do. So yeah, these guys have a hero too. So I think all the heroes are already pre-assigned. All right, these 110s. I guess the question is like, where do we want to... I don't want to probably just focus all my help on one unit, right? Right, we'll go strafe these guns. These Ju-87s, these strategic bombers here. Suppression's probably a good idea for them. Can't get to any of that enemy artillery. So I guess let's go suppress these tanks, these BT-7s. You can see they do 2 suppression damage. That's the green heart with the squiggly line through it, and then 1 hit point damage. That's the red heart. 3 there, 2 there. So you can see there we hit them pretty hard with that bombing attack. Just don't know how aggressively I want to try and, you know, get anybody out. But I'll move this 1 Panzer IV unit west. It by itself, probably not enough to liberate these guys. Okay, I don't want to move any of those guys south. There's too much armor there, and they've got anti-tank weapons there, but I destroyed the anti-tank guns to the west here, so our armor will probably be a little more successful heading west. To that point, let's do this. Let's move this rocket artillery unit in. Hit the enemy artillery with it. There you go. And then I think we'll also move... Oh, this is a pack. It's like a self-propelled anti-tank gun. Move our recon vehicle with these guys to finish off the enemy artillery. So we are making a pretty strong drive to the west now. There is enemy infantry on either flank that could threaten our armored units here, but we are making a pretty concerted effort to get this unit here at Boborovka out of the encirclement. Okay. Do we want to try and break north? Like, these aren't objectives I have to hold, so the other question is, do you just try and move south? Soviet forces north, conscript. I'm confused. Do I control these Soviet troops? And why would I? Huh? Do I have this set up in hot seat? Or is just telling me this is where they can move? That's weird. I don't remember that in the past. That was weird. All right. I think... I mean, there's not a ton of enemy armor to the west here. It's mostly infantry. I just don't know... I don't want to move them south because I don't think I can take these KV-1s or this enemy anti-tank gun by myself. So I think that's it for this turn. Let's hold off on moving anything else and move to turn number 2. See what the Soviets do here. The first things first, they're going to try and bomb some of our strong points with their air force. That's to be expected here. Seems like they got a fair amount of aircraft, so we may need to use our fighters to try and go after some of these guys next turn. Quite a few aircraft, Jesus. Artillery's hitting some of our units here. Their units are, a lot of their artillery units are below full strength, so that's at least one thing we've got going for us. But again, our troops that are surrounded here don't really have a lot of ammo. Perhaps driving north would have been the smarter strategy for us, just because it looks like we've got more units to the north here. Okay, they're going to use their infantry to reduce some of these fortifications. They're going to attack our armored car here, and our armored car eviscerated them 7-1. 5-0 on that second attack there. So those guys fought off those Soviet conscript infantry pretty effectively. And we're to turn 2 now. All right, do any of these surrounded troops get any ammo? These guys are still a Regev. And I don't command these guys either, for what it's worth. It looks like these are AI. But the answer appears to be no. Well, no, I can command some of them. Huh. Anyway. So they've encircled my armored car. My fighters and bombers all returned to base. Let's go bomb this enemy KV-1 with our Stukas. Actually, can this guy pull back one? He can. Let's go destroy that Stuka, that KV-1. There we go. All right, so the enemy KV-1 down to the south is destroyed. Use our 110 here against the enemy anti-tank gun. I'll pull it. Oh, I can't pull it back one. I was going to say I'd like to use my fighters to finish it off, but it doesn't look like that's an option. We do have enemy fighters down here, so let's go fly these guys to intercept. It's going to give us 5-to-1 odds. I'll take that. Can our second fighter unit finish these guys off? These are Lu 3s. Got them. Be great if I could move these guys closer to our fighters, but I can't, so these guys may be a little bit exposed. Let's move our... can I move my anti-aircraft gun south? Oh wait, I still have one more 109. So we're going to move it down here to screen. I'd like to engage the enemy fighters, but I'd rather just, in this case, we're just going to leave a fighter screen here so that if they attack these guys, there's escorts. We'll take these 111s, pound this enemy infantry here by our encircled armored cars. Okay. Go hit both of these groups. Hit these guys with artillery. Finish off these troops with our encircled armored cars, which won't be encircled for long. Our armor north here and attack. Okay, so we drove them back. Did I not send anybody else north? Guess not. Well, now we just have to break through this enemy T-60 and some other infantry units here. I risk it. I guess a forward defense with this against these enemy infantry here is not a terrible idea. Bunker can strafe these guys first. Actually, I don't know that this infantry is going to be able to get past this bunker, so we'll leave them in place. Move one of our infantry units north here to try and get a little bit of recon. Move this armor north. We're going to move some armored formations north to see if we can't get in to support these cut-off troops in the north, although there's a lot more Soviet troops up in that direction. Looks like there's some OT-133s in our way. And one anti-tank gun unit. I think we can probably take them with that. And then this enemy infantry down here. Not sure I really want to move an anti-tank gun that way, so we'll move this over here. Actually, we should undo that. We should move someone into this airfield. Some reinforcements would sure be nice. We'll move these aircraft guns out west also to start supporting the advance in this direction. And I think that's it for this turn. Let's get rid of that. So move forward to turn number 2 for the Soviets, 3 for the Germans. Axis. They might get past that one bunker with air attacks. Quite a few air attacks. Not a lot of like heavy bombers for the Soviets. A lot of fighter units. I think there's a couple of Ilyushins, maybe IL-2s. But generally, it looks like they're mostly like mostly like MiG-3s or Lags to me. I haven't actually looked at the units, so I could be wrong on that. But that's just my feel. A lot more active Soviet turn this time. A lot of Soviet artillery pounding our troops that are cut off here. Right, so they took that one German town, that first bunker. They've got a second infantry unit assaulting the stronger bunker to the east. Some of their heavy weapons infantry came up to attack our lead armored formation here. Actually, a couple of infantry units attacking there. We got the better end of it. But if they start moving past these bunkers directly on us toward Rzhev, I don't know how effective we are going to be against them, especially if they start rolling in armor, as we just saw several armored units moving in there on the eastern side of the map. I think there's one more bunker still between them and us. I think it's this bunker here at Zubev. Okay. Let's get... Let's hit the artillery first. Alright. Give me Stukas. I can't quite reach this guy. So we'll hit the infantry. Man, that bums me out that I can't hit that enemy armor. Can hit him here. There's an enemy fighter in the way. So let's get some of our 109s out here to engage. Oh, they can't get there. They don't have the range, but the Soviets do. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to hit that button. What about our anti-aircraft gun? Yeah, our 110s can't get there quite this turn, so it's going to be one more turn till we break through there. In that case, let's attack north and go for these Soviet aircraft. See if we can finish this guy off. Not quite. We're not shooting as well as our estimates say we will. But this will be the second Soviet aircraft here shot down. There's an enemy artillery piece and also some armor out this way. Let's hit the artillery. That Stuka can attack twice, so it was able to destroy the enemy artillery all by itself. This one can't, right? That's just because, yeah, it's just because of the hero that's with that group. Alright, then we'll go ahead and use our 110s against this enemy armor. I guess we'll use our strategic bombers somewhere. I don't want to get shot up. I'm not really advancing to the south, so maybe I should have taken a better stock of like what was cut off where, but I have no artillery in the north, so let's go ahead and just pound these infantry equally. Our infantry to drive them back. Destroyed them. Overrun an attack second time. Drive those enemy back. There you go. don't know that I want to risk sending this. I guess I will. Undo that, actually. We'll attack the Soviet armor, these T-26s with our self-propelled anti-tank gun. We did not do as well as I thought we would. Oh, that's an anti-tank gun? I thought that was a flak gun. Okay, so finish off with this enemy infantry unit here. Advance our armor here and attack this Soviet armored unit. We have almost broken through to the west. That'll be nice to get these guys into supply. And I don't think the Soviets really, I mean, they've got a lot of artillery here, but they don't have a lot of, like, attacking force here. Once they're liberated, we can swing that infantry east to go help at Rezhev, hopefully before the Soviets arrive from the east. The north is a little bit more dubious. The Soviets have a lot more armor and troops up there. So probably was smart to dedicate my air force to helping out there. And then at Zubzov, that could be a problem as well. But we'll probably hold at least one more turn in those bunkers. Can I reinforce them if I don't attack? No? I guess I already attacked. Moot point. What about any of these other bunkers have reinforcement options? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well that's it for turn number 3. Let's move ahead to turn number 4. Get a lot more Soviet activity there. Or, I guess, probably about what we saw last turn. I think it's funny that they've got biplanes in 1942, the summer offensive. And so they are going to attack our Stuka here. That attacking aircraft did not do very well versus our Stuka, but they did attack. Alright, so they are bringing Katyushas and other weapons here against our bunkers at Zubzov, so we really need to get to Boporovka so we can start shifting our troops back to the east to defend here as these Soviet troops from the east break through our bunker here. Strongpoint is a survivor and a hero from their successive defenses of that position, but they are being worn down here. You can see they're down to 5 health points and the turn is not over yet. Also got Soviet armor and considerable amounts of artillery rolling up, which will be ready to assist next turn. We've got some T-32s, it looks like, in the, or T-34s in this, no, they're actually T-50s. They look like a T-34. Anyway, rolling up in the south. All right, those guys are surrounded. Do we bother to attack these troops, or do we swing them east to deal with the Soviets over here? Can't reach this Soviet armor here. Can my 110? Well, there's Soviet aircraft in the... What about my 110s or my... I don't think my BF-1... I'd have to relocate the airbase. Nope, they can reach this unit. So let's go attack this Soviet air unit. Shoot down this MiG-3. Another enemy fighter gone. The other aircraft out here is a MiG-3 also. I can't reach him, but my 110 can apparently still do good work against this enemy armor, so we'll do that. I'll ignore them. I'll take the interceptor damage. I could have attacked them with my 110s and apparently done well, but... What I actually should have done, and this was a mistake, is I should have attacked with my anti-aircraft before I attacked with my bombers, although we only lost 1 casualty there, so it didn't matter all that much. Bavaria gets a 0 to 3. Ends up claiming 2. So we drove them back. Do we not finish them off, really? I don't know if we have a clear supply line now to Rizhev or not. Looks like we should. Huh. It still looks like it's in a pocket, though. I guess we'll see next turn. Meanwhile, one more fighter down here. We're going to invade or attack this enemy I-15. And then in the north, I'll focus on the enemy armor with my air power. I think I can bomb this guy twice. I can. So we'll destroy that enemy armored unit. Destroy that guy. Bring our strat bombers up here to deal with this enemy infantry that's cut off. Use my infantry to attack and then pursue. We'll drive them back. Get a 0 to 3 kill. Move my infantry into this town. Take it for the Germans. Then move my armor up this way. We'll take 2 to 2. Looks like 3 to 2 slightly against us. But at the end of the day, we have almost broken through to this position here in the north also. Again, I may be misreading the way the supplies work here, but I think we're doing the right thing here. Kind of ignoring the troops in the south. Probably should be giving them some assistance. They're not even being directly attacked by the Soviets. It's mostly just their artillery. So let's go ahead and send some bombers down here. They're unescorted, so they may get shot down, but with some damage there in the south. That was a pretty effective bombing raid there. I don't get why this one looks like it's 2 units meshed together. It looks weird. Alright, this bunker's toast after this turn, but we'll try and take out... We'll do what we can to reduce the enemy's effectiveness. There's another bunker at least after they break through Starshta. Zubosov is just kind of screwed. I'll move these anti-tank guns to the north. Maybe swing them down to this bridge here to hit this enemy armor. And move my anti-aircraft gun to the airport. That'll do it for turn number 4. We'll probably wrap this episode up here in just a moment. But we'll see what the Soviets have in store for us here. And then we'll figure out how we move forward here. But you can see Soviet air is pounding our fortifications. Remember, we do have to hold out to the end of this all. So that's 23 turns. We're 4 turns in, but still got a ways to go. And our fortifications on the edge of the map are getting worn down here. I've pulled most of my troops away from Rizhev, so once Zubitsov falls, I really probably should have reinforced there, because once that falls here, probably this turn maybe even, the floodgates are open, should we say. Bunker in the south did a really good job versus that infantry attack. You can see this bunker here is encircled. Enemy armor is attacking it. Startsy is also being attacked, so they held out for another turn. These guys get supply yet? No. All right, so we destroyed that enemy unit, which I believe, it looks like this is no longer marked as encircled. So I think that opened the zones of control here for us. So these troops should be free to do whatever. Which means, and I don't know if I get to command the armor or just the infantry here, because you can see I can move the infantry, but not the armor. Vehicles, though. So we'll see, but like once these guys get supply, these enemy anti-tank guns and artillery pieces are toast. Let's attack here. Gonna save my air power probably for more meaningful attacks, I think. Swing these guys back east, since we are about to be overrun here down at Zubazov. Zubzov? I don't know how to pronounce that. Our anti-tank gun down here. Let's go ahead and focus our air power in the south this turn. See if we can shoot down this IL-15, which appears to be the only escort down here. Go after these PE-2s with our fighters. Nice, let's go hit this T-50. I think I can destroy it too. Got it. That Stuka can attack twice. Go after these KV-1s. Oh yeah, let's get this Katushka with my 110. Oh, that was nice. We destroyed it. Hell yeah, air power. Try and weaken this KV-1 a little bit more. We suppressed it, but we didn't manage to destroy it. And then a little bit more infantry work here. I wonder if we could have held just with air power on this one objective down here. Kind of regret not being more active with my air power now. Let's see if we can't drive this one Valentine back here. It is encircled now. So we did drive it back. There are Russian troops up here also. Let's move this infantry over here. We're going to try and neutralize this enemy anti-tank gun, and we may have liberated or at least gotten another Panzer II-C and some Nubawerfers. We may be able to break through to them also this turn, but I'm way out of position to deal with a breakthrough at Zubzov. In any event, I think I want to wait one turn for these guys to draw supply, because I believe they will. They shouldn't be encircled anymore. To make sure I just adjusted some of my placements here. So these, we should get a Panzer IIIH, a Panzer IIF, three good infantry units that we can swing east. The Panzers pretty rapidly to deal with the breakthrough down here at Zubzov. We could leave some of the infantry to mop up against these enemy units, just to see how we're doing on our objectives. Okay, so far we've destroyed 5 units in the northern encircling group, 6 in the western, and 1 in the southern. We've been very lazy in the south, but in the west we've been destroying a lot of enemy units with our air power and our western thrust, and then in the north we've gotten 5 of them. We need to get 4 more in the north. I think we may get the Valentine next turn. We'll see what the rest of these Soviet troops do. And then I think we can definitely get 2 more units here in the west this next turn also. With that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this episode up here, and we will pick things up next time. This is Panzer Corps II. This is Axis Operations 1942. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Again, the game is on sale, I think, for 3 more days, I believe, is how long the sale's going on. It's on sale on Steam. Panzer Corps II, the base game's 40% off. The different DLCs are different price amounts off. You can buy them through the link in the description through Nexus GG, which is an official, you know, they're affiliated, they have an agreement with the publisher and all of that jazz. But if you buy it through that link, you help me out while also getting a Steam key. So you get a Steam key through this third party, which is giving it to you through the publisher. So totally on the up and up and legit. Don't do it if you don't feel comfortable, but if you do want to help the channel out, that is one way you can do that. With that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.